Did you ever need a list of prospects but you didn't know where to start? Today I'm going to show you in this video exactly how to put together a list quickly and easily, maybe import it into your CRM so that you can start making calls. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're going to start here at this website. Now this is a website for my local library. You may need to get a library card. In fact, what I'm suggesting is that you get a library card for your local library. Most libraries offer this service and it's called Reference Solutions. So to get started, in this case, we're going to go to Learn and then Reference Tools. Once you get into Reference Tools, and of course your library website is going to be can be different than this, but I'm just going to show you start to finish. So we're going to scroll down until we get to Reference Solutions. Somehow I always miss it. Here it is right here. Access Video. Now to access this, to access this, you're going to need a library card most likely and your PIN number. Then you're going to sign in. And we're not going to sign in. I forgot I got a new card, so let me just enter that here. And let's see if we can get in now. There we go. So as you can see, this is Data Axle Reference Solutions. It could be referred to either way. Data Axle is the company that owns it. Reference Solutions is the product. And again, quick and easy. We're going to start with U.S. businesses. In this case, we're going to go to Advanced Search. I'm not going to give you a full tutorial on this. We're just going to produce the list. And then in Advanced Search, we want to make sure that we have leads with an executive name. It's going to be owner, president, CEO, CFO, partner. We want to use a keyword or what's called SIC code, Standard Industry Classification. Let's choose a particular city and let's choose sales volume. And then I think last, let's choose headquarters and branch. So we want to make sure that we're not calling a branch of a business. We want to get to the owner of the business. So now once we've checked those boxes, then we're going to go to, sorry, I don't want executive name, I want executive title. Now we're going to go to these categories. And in these categories, we're going to choose CEO, CFO, notice how they're moving to the side, CEO, CFO, owner, partner, president, and principal. So there'll be 6 of those that you select. Then we're going to go to the next section, which is Standard Industry Classification. Let's say that we want to call on heating and cooling companies. You can type that in and search, and it's going to give you a list of those if you don't know the SIC code, Standard Industry Classification. 1711 is what we're looking for, and that's the first 4 digits. So the way this works is 1711 is the first 4 digits. The 2 digits after that are different types of heating and cooling. It could just be air conditioning testing. It could be air conditioning manufacturing, whatever it is. What we want really is the 4-digit 1711. So we're just going to enter this down here. And then we don't have to worry about these results or select one, because if we select one, it's going to limit us. We could select the first one, which is heating specialties, but if we choose 1711 instead of 17110, we're going to get everything. If we wouldn't get 171121, we would only get 171101. So down here, you notice you can enter 2, 4, or 6-digit SIC codes in these boxes. All right, now let's choose a city. I'm going to choose Jacksonville. And we're looking for Jacksonville, Florida. So we're going to choose that. Then we're going to choose sales volume. You want, for the most part, you want anything bigger than $500,000. Anything smaller than $500,000, and really up to 20 million, because these larger ones are going to be too difficult to get a hold of. We're looking for one call close opportunities in this scenario. So we want to talk to the owner of the company rather than some really big company with a long sales cycle. So in this case, we're going to choose 500,000 up to $20 million, and that's the annual revenue. Down here, we're going to make sure we only have headquarters or single locations. Now, once you have these selected, you can go here and choose update count. And what this tells us, in Jacksonville, in those categories that we've chosen, there's 199 of these prospects that this database has a contact name for us, and they all do at least $500,000 in sales, up to $20 million. So that's a great list for us. So the next step is for us to view the results. Now, when you view the results, it shows them to you on pages of, I think it's 25 on a page. So yes. And so notice that this is page 1 of 8, if you can see it right there. And these are all the heating and cooling companies that are listed. Okay? Notice it has the executive name, it has their address, the city, state, zip code, and most importantly, the phone number. So now what we want to do is we want to download these. To download, you're going to check the box here, and you can see that 25 records are selected. I believe it only allows 200 at a time, but let's see. Let's go to page 2, and we're going to select those. Let's go to page 3, select those. Page 4, select those. That's 100. Page 5, 125. Page 6, 50, page 7, and page 8. All right, so we have selected, I guess I don't know the number exactly. Oh, down at the bottom you can see here, 250 downloads per search. So we have less than 250 here, we have 199, and we've selected all of those. So the next step is going to be to download those. You can see that box right here. When you're downloading, it's going to ask you how you want the file formatted. Comma delimited is the most common and it's easiest to import. It's called CSV, comma separated values, comma delimited. So on here it says comma delimited, and of course it says most popular, just like I said. You have 3 options: summary, detailed, or custom, in terms of what data you want to receive. Now it says it includes, with a summary, it includes name, address, phone number, and 17 data fields. Name, address. I believe the name is the name of the business, not the name of the executive. Since we need the name of the executive, we're always going to choose detailed. Then simply download the records. You can also email it to yourself, but in this case we're going to download those. And now what we have is a CSV file which can be opened by Microsoft Excel or any other spreadsheet software. I'll open it here. I'm using LibreOffice. And then what it's going to ask you is some detailed questions here about how you want that data sorted. Now, keep in mind, we asked for all the detail. We're not going to need all that detail in our CRM. And what I mean by that is, some of the detail it's going to give us is detail like how much money they spent on advertising in year 2000 and 2001 and 2003. Each one of those is going to be a column that we're going to eliminate from our database because we don't need that. So all you're going to do here is just click OK, and let's see how it opens. Now this is opening on my other screen, so let me just drag it over here for you. And what you see is the name of the company in column A. There's no name in the column that says parent company because what did we choose? We chose headquarters or single location. If we wouldn't have chosen that, then it would tell us who the parent company is sometimes, and of course then our lead doesn't matter. The contact that we have doesn't really matter. Then you see the names of the individuals, first name, last name. You see their position, owner, president, CEO, all the boxes that we chose. It does tell you if it's male, if the person is male or female. We're probably not going to import that. And then the address. And just to give you an example, zip code, county, metro area, tells you what neighborhood they're in. It gives you the phone number, gives you a fax number, gives you their website. Most of that information we don't really need for what we're trying to do, because what we're trying to do is make a call list. And so the further over you get, you see all the SIC codes. There's all these columns that show you different, up to 10 different SIC codes that this particular business might participate in. Now notice most of them don't have anything in the 10, and all we really care about is they do heating and cooling. That's good enough for us. So we're going to get rid of those columns. More columns here. This is a different industry classification, NAICS. It's similar to SIC, but it's a federal designation, I believe. National something, I don't know. But I don't use it for this purpose. So all these columns are going to go away. We're going to delete all those. Most everything out here we're going to delete. So location volume, it shows you the number of employees, and so on. So what you have here is a complete list of 199 prospects. You know the name of the business, you know the name of the person that you need to talk to, you know the phone number. The last thing you're going to have to do, because these are really suspects, aren't they? The last thing you're going to have to do is figure out some type of a referral so you can turn them into prospects when you make your calls. So I'll make another video that shows you how to import these, but for now, here's your list. It's a great way to get started.